At 57,385 miles on my 2021 Jeep JL Sport S Unlimited, this Jeep has had about 10 oil changes by now, since I personally conduct them every 5,000 miles or so, give or take. Now that I'm due to give the Jeep its 11th oil change, I figured since we're almost at 60,000 miles on this 2-liter 4-cylinder engine, I kind of want to see what's going on in there. And one way that we can do that easily is by collecting an oil sample. Now, I got this oil sample container from Blackstone Labs. Blackstone Labs offers oil analysis services for your Jeep, your car, your truck, your lawnmower, your boat, anything that has a motor, honestly. They'll be able to tell you if there's any contaminants in the oil, how much of specific metals are found in the oil to tell you how much engine wear is going on, if there's coolant or fuel in the oil, water, anything along those lines, so you can have somewhat of a better understanding of what's happening inside your engine without having to really take it apart at all. Now, this 2-liter 4-cylinder engine, knock on wood, has been working great. At 57,385 miles, it's been running perfectly without any issues, and that's why I want to see if we can have a little bit of a more detailed view of what's been going on in there over the past 4.5 years now. In order to collect this sample, well, we're gonna have to get underneath and drain the oil, as I am going to be conducting an oil change along with this. So we'll get under the Jeep, I'll start draining, and according to their instructions, they state to try to get the sample in the middle of the drain stream. So I'm going to pop the drain plug, let it come out just a bit, and then kind of swoop on in there, probably get oil all over my hands, and we'll have something to ship to Blackstone Labs, where we will wait for maybe a couple of weeks until we get results via email, according to them. So let me get this hood popped, open up the oil fill cap, and we'll get underneath the Jeep and start draining. Let's get our hood popped. Propped open. And we got our oil fill loosened. We're now gonna go down below, pop our oil drain plug, and collect our oil sample. All right, now that we're down here, we have our oil sample bottle. I want to prevent getting any dirt or contaminants in it as much as possible. Oh. We got it cracked. So now that our drain plug is cracked, we want no dirt in our sample bottle. Let me keep the cap over here. I'm gonna have to be as quick as I can with the plug. I've screwed this up many times. Okay, on my hand a little bit, but not too bad. I'm gonna put that. I'm gonna put the drain plug on a piece of towel here. And now I'm gonna collect our sample. Oh, that was quick. And as I suspected, our bottle is covered, but that's all right. We're gonna clean the bottle. At least it was midstream. I'm gonna go ahead, seal that up. And now we have our oil sample ready to be shipped to Blackstone Labs. Very cool. All right, I don't want to get oil on the floor, so bear with me as I get myself all cleaned up here. Alrighty, so our oil change is done. We collected our oil sample. I got the container as cleaned up as can be. I installed a new oil filter underneath. We filled it up with Pennzoil Platinum 5W30. The oil change itself is done, and now we have our oil sample, which we will be shipping to Blackstone Labs for an oil analysis. In the sample kit, Blackstone actually sends you prepaid envelopes ready to go to put your sample container in and ship it off to them along with your form of payment. You can either write a credit card on the slip that they provide to you or just put a check in there. I'm gonna go ahead, get my name written on top of the white cap as per Blackstone Labs instructions, put it within the sealed black container, and then we will have it in its envelope ready for shipping. It's all sealed up. Make sure I get it cleaned around the edge. Into the sample holder. Close that up, and they appear to have some sort of fabric or felt within here in case the oil does spill during shipping. That's why it's double contained with an absorption layer in between. I'll have to write out the check and do my slip afterwards, but in here goes our sample. In the sample container kit that you can request from Blackstone Labs website for free, it also comes with their instructions here, do's and don'ts, pretty self-explanatory. Don't drink the oil, don't send us blood, don't strap your sample to a pony. Self-explanatory. And also comes with the analysis slip that you are going to fill out. I'll have my name, address, my contact information, the engine make and model, the vehicle year, make and model, and the miles on the oil, miles on the engine, and let's see, form of payment. Was the oil changed? Have you used any additives? And other questions, comments, or extra tests that you are requesting them to do. With this, I'll just have them do the standard oil analysis, but if you look on Blackstone Labs website, they do a plethora of different types of tests that you can request for the sample that you're sending in. It will cost extra, but see if there's anything on their website that you're interested in. For my use case, I am simply interested in the standard oil analysis, which I'll be filling this out for momentarily. And I think that is pretty much it at this point. Once I get this shipped out tomorrow, I'll be checking back with y'all once I get the results in now. All right, so it's been about a few weeks since we sent our oil sample over to Blackstone Labs for an oil analysis. Since then, the Jeep has been washed and waxed very nicely, and we received our oil report back from Blackstone Labs. Now, right off the bat, they start with, your Jeep's first sample looks great, and that's great news right there. Metals are low compared to universal averages, and those averages show typical wear after about 5,500 miles on the oil. On the right-hand side, they have the universal averages of oil samples sent in from your same engine, and on the left-hand side, they have your current sample, and also they'll also have any previous samples you may have sent as well for that vehicle, for that engine. They go on to say, this oil was in use for a similar interval, so averages offer a nice comparison. We sent this oil sample in when it had 5,385 miles on the oil compared to the 5,500 mile universal average samples that they're referring to. No internal issues or poor wear is suspected based on this data, and hopefully we have a clear look at actual wear levels. They go on to say the viscosity is fine and contamination is absent. Nice results. And this is just great. Now, I wasn't exactly sure what to expect when sending this oil sample in, because even though the Jeep has been running great, the oil sample analysis will show you preemptive warning signs regarding any excess wear that might be occurring within your engine, or contaminants that shouldn't be there, such as antifreeze mixed in with your oil, or even excess fuel mixed in with your oil. So with that said, first off, their comments are great. They say that the oil is doing great, and thus the engine, as far as they can tell, is doing great as well. The things that I was mostly concerned about, and we'll go through a few of the elements that they have listed on this report here. For aluminum, which would be pistons and bearings wearing in your engine, the universal averages have for parts per million 4. My sample had 2, which that's really nice right there. The next one that I was, wondering about was iron, which would be your cylinders or your valve train. So for iron, the universal averages are 18 parts per million, and in my engine, 10 parts per million. Once again, below average for that second element of concern there as well. And lastly, as far as the elements are concerned regarding the wearable metals within your engine, the copper, which would be bushings, bearings, anything that's bronze or brass within your engine, the universal averages parts per million was 26, and mine in this engine was only 7. So then as far as the wearable metals goes for this oil analysis, kind of tells me that this engine's doing pretty good. There does not appear to be any excess wear going on within the engine. And maybe it has to do with the fact that I do my oil changes every 5,000 miles with Pennzoil Platinum, right? Maybe, maybe not, but I'm definitely going to continue to be doing my oil changes every 5,000 miles on this engine, because so far so good, really, with 58,000 miles on it. Now, as far as contaminants goes, which was a point of concern that I definitely was curious about, because that could be kind of devastating if there is coolant found in the oil. They go on down here to say that there is 0% antifreeze found, and also 0% water, which that's good to not have water in your oil. The fuel percentage should be less than 2%, and mine was less than 0.5%. And the flash point and viscosity of my oil was found to be within spec as well, according to Blackstone Labs. I was very happy when I received this email regarding my oil report, because yeah, everything seems really good, and it gives me confidence in my Jeep, in my engine, knowing that as far as this test goes, as far as they can tell, things are looking pretty good right now. So for 40 bucks, an oil analysis that gives you insight into the wear and contaminants within your oil, in my opinion, is very much worth it. I am definitely going to be doing this again, maybe in another 10,000 miles, another 15,000 miles, to continue to collect data regarding my engine to see how it does over time. And for those of you who also have the 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo engine in their Jeep, I'm going to have the report right here for you so you can compare with your results, or if you're just curious in general for what to expect. In the end, we successfully conducted an oil change on our 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo engine, took an oil sample, sent it to Blackstone Labs, and received an oil analysis report describing all of the wearables and contaminants found in our oil. So with that, thank you very much for watching. I hope this video was informative, was helpful. If you liked it, hit that like button, and also please hit that subscribe button. I'm making content all the time regarding my Jeep, whether I'm working on it or taking it off-road on the trails, or it's kind of out of shot, but even this camper that I built right here. So once again, thank you very much for watching. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one, which actually the next video is going to be my trail ride on Red Comb Pass. So please watch that one, because I mean, I had a great time and I know you guys will like it. See you in the next one.